safer as well. Okay, next one, 25th, trapping. So we're not allowed to trap animals, and if it's not like you want to eat this animal, so you're not allowed. For example, you have a fly, right? It's annoying, so you're not allowed to put a cup over it, right? To trap the fly, and not only this, but even other animals like house pets, right? So the problem would be, and another problem would be, right? For example, you have pet birds, right? So and you want to feed them, so you're not allowed just to open the cage. So if the bird would fly away, you will not be able to put it back. Why? Because it's trapping the bird. So even if it's your pet, does not make any difference, right? So you open a little cage, put the food, and just close the door. Understand? So, and then plus other animals. So for example, you have a cat, for example, right? And if you're going to close this cat, you have guests, right? And they have allergy on cats. Let's say I'm just making up the story, right? So and if you close this cat in a bathroom, and the cat was go crazy, so for sure it's not allowed. It's trapping the cat. So because cat feel trapped, so that's not allowed. But if you close cat or whatever dog in a big room, and he just or a cat or dog enjoy themselves in a room like in quiet, they're going to sleep. It's not trapping. So it depends on the animal, the size of the animal or insect, and the size of the room where you're trapping it, and plus how this animal feels about it. Okay. So it's also pertaining on Yom Tov, of course. So next one is shchita. So shchita is slaughtering. So when actually on Shabbos, in case of the pikuach nefesh is risk life, you let life risk. You're allowed to slaughter animal if needed. For example, somebody is like very weak, so unless a person eats this or this chicken soup, he's or she's going to chas v'shalom. Right, so we are allowed to do this shchita, but on Yom Tov we're allowed to do the shchita to begin with. I mean, especially in olden days when we did not have refrigerators, and of course the fresh meat, the fresh food. I mean, not all of the foods, right? But some foods, they have meat for sure tastes better when it's fresh, not when it's frozen over, right? So that's why our sages allowed to do shchita on Yom Tov. But today we don't do, like all of the stores are closed, and somebody does his own shchita. But usually, like since it takes so much time, and this Yom Tov, like even in exile, like we've been in Yom Tov many times in Israel. I cannot just comprehend it. It's like so fast. Here in exile, we have 2 days. You have this day and that day. You just going into mood, and there you just pray in the morning, this, that, and it's over. That's it. So at night, the Yom Tov is over. So if you start like slaughtering and salting and this and that, so when exactly you're going to enjoy the Yom Tov? You understand? So that's a second reason. Okay, so next one is skinning. So skinning, like you're not allowed to take skin from this. So of course it does not apply to food, ready food. So somebody asked me what chicken skin. No, the chicken skin, it's after the fact you can eat the chicken skin. Right? There is no problem. So salting. So salting mean for preservation preservation purposes. So for example, you would not be allowed to pickle foods on Shabbos or salt something like for a long run. So if for example you have raw fish, right, and you would salt a raw fish, salmon or something, and it's going to be ready. Let's say you salt it on Yom Tov. Let's say Yom Tov starts on or Shabbos starts on Friday night. So Friday night after the candle lighting, you salt the fish, and you know that for sure that by the morning it would be like ready. Okay, so there is no problem. But only the quantity that it's reasonable for you to eat. So you're not allowed to prepare for the weekdays. So that's the salting. Salting in order for preservation. If you need cucumber, you want to salt, there is no problem. Okay. So next one, 31, is cutting to the size. So that goes. Cutting to the size is it's actually like a bigger halakha is measuring. So you're not allowed to measure things. For example, you have tiles, right? So like let's say sometimes they put tiles on like styrofoam tiles, like in all places, right? In the ceiling. So it's first of all is like sound insulation. So like I don't know, in 70s and 80s it was popular, right? So and you know that each tile you look at, it's like it's 12 by 12, 16 by 16. Let's say you know the size. So if you count how many tiles this the width and the breadth, so you can technically know the size of the room. So it would not be allowed, right? And that's why you're not allowed. For example, you got stuck somewhere in somebody's house. You need to go to the bathroom. You need to use toilet paper and then paper, and they are not really absorbent. So I mean, not to absorbent to the extent that they have prepared pre-cut toilet paper, right? So you would not be allowed to cut on perforation. But in case in case of this specific situation, you have no choice. So you cut like in the middle of the toilet paper, but not on perforation. And same if something needed, I don't know, God forbid somebody is bleeding and you need to put something, and you have only paper towels on a roll. So cut in the middle of the paper towel, not in perforation. That's cutting to the size. So cutting to the size and measuring. So we're not measuring on Shabbos. So of course, if you need to measure something like medicine for a sick person, for a child, like that's a different story, right? Or somebody who is sick, right? You need to give exactly this medicine, like and it's like measuring cup for liquid. That's a different story, but otherwise would not be allowed. Or you need to measure for the mitzvah. You got a new kiddush cup, and let's say you cannot drink, like you don't feel well, so you try to drink only minimum. So of course, most of the kiddush cup is more than the minimum, for sure. I don't know, I apologize. I take it back. I don't know about all of the kiddush cup, but most of them, like all that ISO, that's what it is. All that ISO, like from kosher store you buy, it's more than the minimum. But you cannot drink that much wine, and you want to drink only the minimum of the minimum according to lenient opinion. So in this case you need to measure. So in this case, since it's for a mitzvah purpose, you would be allowed. So now 32 is writing. Writing we explained yesterday, the day before yesterday, remember? And raising we also explained. I'm not going to repeat.